Hello everybody, how are we doing today? So we're going to do our very first science experiment and I'm super excited for it. So let's get started. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a homemade lava lamp. So first we're going to talk about what materials you need. You'll need an empty plastic bottle. You want to be able to see through it. I had a 1 liter bottle, but you could have smaller bottles or even a 2 liter bottle. But a 1 liter bottle is going to work perfectly for this. You need vegetable oil, a glass of water, food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer tablets. The color of the food coloring doesn't really matter. We're going to do red today, but if you want to try it at home, you can do it with any color, okay? So first what we're going to do is we're going to fill up our bottle of water about 3/4 of the way full of vegetable oil. About 3/4. Using our vegetable oil. It's going to take a little to go down. And then I'm just using a funnel to help make sure I make it into the bottle. And we're going to fill that all the way up till it's about 3/4 of the way full. Slowly going down. Alright. And if you look at your bottle, the neck starts to get a little bit smaller, right about where I'm at right now. And that's whenever you know you're about 3/4 of the way full. Gonna let that oil drip out. Alright. And then now, you're gonna fill it up the rest of the way using your plain water. You want it to get all the way almost to the top. Fill up all the way with water. You can see it's getting close to the top. And we're going to let it stop a little bit short of the top. Just a little bit. And if you can already see looking at my bottle, you may see the bottom is a little clearer and the top is a lot darker. The reason behind that is because water and oil, they don't mix. So the water goes all the way to the bottom and your vegetable oil is floating up at the top. Okay? So now we're going to see what happens when we add food coloring. So you're going to want to add about 10 drops of food coloring. And it's okay if you put too much because it's just going to make a color more obvious, okay? Alright, so we're going to go with about that and see how that turns out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to start breaking up your Alka-Seltzer and you're going to put it into the bottle. So I already did this part, okay? So you want little small pieces, just like this. And we're going to put them in one at a time and see what it does to our solution, okay? Oh, you can start seeing it get red at the bottom. It just started getting really red down there. So let's see what happens. And I see a couple bubbles start coming in. Oh, you see some red food color and you can see it start slowly working its way up the bottle. And you see the bubbles pumping along. We're just going to keep dropping them one by one and seeing what the bottle does. And you can see the bubbles coming. I put a lot of food coloring in here, so you'll see it start getting super, super red. And we're just going to keep on dropping those. You can still see it working its way up. All those bubbles. And you just keep on dropping your little pieces. And you can see your lava lamp keep coming up, all those bubbles. Alright, we're going to drop the rest of these pieces now, okay? Ooh. Those bubbles are really starting to move now. Alright, just a couple more pieces left. Alright, here's our last pieces. We're going to put them in. Oh, we're trying to come out at the top, so I'm going to let it settle down a little bit. That way we don't lose any water. Yeah, and they're really moving along now. You can see a lot of that oil and water turned into red. And we can kind of see the lava lamp in action. Alright, I'm dropping our last pieces. No, I think we're going to lose some out of the top. That's okay. Oh. Alright, now we get to see how well our lava lamp worked out. So what we're going to do is once it starts to unsettle a little bit and you can have enough to get your cap on, I want you to put your cap back on. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. That way it doesn't go all over the place. And now what you can do is you can kind of play with your bottle some and see what it does. See how the bottle moves, how the color moves. You can see your particles dancing around. You can shake it. Just make sure that cap's on tight. Shake it and kind of see what it does. These particles are moving really slow. If you put less food color in, you can see it move a lot faster because there'll be less particles to get in its way. Put it upside down. You can see it all moving.